In a concrete cell in the Idaho desert, there's a steel vessel holding almost 2 tons of molten salt. It's been kept at 500 degrees Celsius around the clock for nearly 30 years. It glows with intense heat and radioactivity. In that salt are trillions upon trillions of dissolved atoms with a very strange property. Every one of them has a partner, a smaller atom that it was born with. And where are those partners? They're sitting a few meters away, in canisters, sorted and waiting. You see, this steel vessel is an electrorefiner, and its job is to chemically separate out the contents of old spent nuclear fuel. The paired atoms I am talking about are fission products, born from each individual fission reactions. In this video, I want to ask a question that sounds insane, costs almost nothing to answer, and that nobody in 80 years of nuclear physics has ever actually tested. Do separated fission product partners remember each other? And might this be the experimental key needed to understand the true nature of gravity? Let's start with the established physics. When a uranium nucleus fissions, it usually splits into 2 pieces, one heavy, one light, plus a few neutrons. The pair is genuinely one system that has separated to 2 places. Here's the standard story of what happens next. The fragments slam to a stop within a hair's width. They boil off neutrons. They spit gamma rays. For years afterward, they decay. Every one of those emissions carries information away. And in quantum mechanics, leaked information means broken entanglement. By the textbook, the partnership is shredded in under a trillionth of a second. What's left is 2 ordinary atoms with no memory of each other. But there's a known loophole to get around this information leakage. The same principle behind the topological quantum computers that companies are spending billions to build. Quantum information may be stored in topological channels, where no local poke can read it or erase it. Like a knot in a rope, shake the rope all you want, the knot doesn't care. Many physicists doubt whether churning gluon and quark fields deep inside a nucleus can tie such a knot. The conventional wisdom usually states that point particles cannot tie a knot in 3 spatial dimensions because there is nothing to wrap around, and that these knots only work in 2 dimensions. However, if we allow for particles to be not just points, but extend out in space, such as in string theory, then knots in 3 spatial dimensions become a possibility, opening up a whole set of behaviors known as anyonic statistics inside the nucleus. A nuclear knot like this would plausibly carry less than about 1 electron volt of energy, just below what the best mass spectrometers on Earth could ever notice. But a torsion balance, the most sensitive force instrument humans have ever built, can feel gravitational differences 100 times smaller, 10,000ths of an electron volt per nucleus. There is a window, hiding under every measurement ever made, a configuration which has never been explored. Why gravity? Because some of the deepest ideas in modern physics suspect that entanglement and the geometry of space-time are secretly 2 faces of the same thing. If any force in nature can read a quantum label that nothing else can see, gravity is the suspect. Back to that vessel in Idaho, because now you can see what it accidentally built. The molten salt is a thermodynamic sorting machine. Elements that love being chlorides, cesium, strontium, barium, the heavy fission partners, dissolve into the salt and stay. Elements that refuse, molybdenum, technetium, the light partners, never dissolve at all. They stay behind in the fuel baskets as metallic dust. Run that machine for 29 years, and you have 2 tons of salt holding the heavy half of countless fission pairs, and a shelf of canisters, meters away, holding their light fragment partners. The same fission events, the same births, sorted by physics itself, with paperwork. There is nowhere else like it on Earth. So here's the experiment. Take a few kilograms of that dust, about 1% of what's being generated anyway. A few weeks of textbook chemistry. Pull out the molybdenum, distill away the technetium, melt it into tiny cylinders. Then build identical cylinders from ordinary molybdenum, isotopically blended to match. To every conventional instrument on Earth, the two sets are now indistinguishable. Same element, same masses, same chemistry. The only difference is history. One set was born out of nuclear fission, with partners sitting in the electro-refiner's salt. Hang both sets on a torsion pendulum and park it just outside the cell wall, meters from the vessel. The concrete shield stops every particle the salt emits. But gravity doesn't notice concrete. If separated partners pull on each other with any force stronger than about 1/1,000,000th of their ordinary gravity, that fiber twists toward the vessel, on the fission side only. And there's a built-in lie detector. Swap the two sets of cylinders, and a real signal must flip its sign. Instrument glitches don't know how to do that. One more thing, that electro-refiner is running 24/7 right now, racing to finish recovering reactor fuel by December 2028. Fresh partner pairs are being sorted every single week. And after 2028, it's all heading toward permanent disposal. The window is currently open, but it will be closing. If theory is the ivory tower and experiment is the trenches of engineering configurations desired from on high, then phenomenology is akin to frantically running up and down the stairs. This proposal is phenomenology distilled to its essence. It takes the loftiest idea in physics, that space-time might be woven out of particle interaction, and drags it all the way down to a yes or no twist on a fiber in Idaho. This is a hunch, a shot in the dark guided by theory, narrative, and intuition. If it's zero, then it's still the first measurement ever made on a brand new axis of nature. Not temperature, not pressure, not energy, but history, provenance, a real published bound that theorists must respect forever after. And if it's not zero, then gravity reads quantum information in nuclei, and suddenly it's game on. 400 years of physics is just this loop. Guess, measure, correct, repeat. What has this matter been through was never on the list of things we measured because we assumed it didn't matter. Assumptions like that are exactly what we should be re-examining. And what better way than to ask nature directly with an experiment?